Alright, let's do third tag, I guess, because fucking these creatures are super loud because it is super cold. It's July 8th and during night it is almost freezing. And also here's some aeroponics going on. Well, trying to go, and the pump is quite loud, but anyway. Water treatment. So here is septic tank, and obviously I need to do something with the wastewater. I have calculated water volume to be around 2 cubic meters, and every 2 weeks I had to pump some out to make room for new water in. Long story short, it's about 100 liters per day that I'm using, which is ridiculous. Normally you would probably buy a solution that is commercially available. It will be certified and shit like that, but I don't really need it. And the thing is also cost. The commercial solution would cost you I don't know, $3,000 or something like that. This I threw together for $100, and it is fairly simple. It needs some there needs to be some control mechanism to feel it circulate and stuff like that, but it's fine. Well, actually it does not, but there are some drawbacks and stuff like that. So let's go over construction, I guess. This is what I would call Cody's water treatment system, because it is idea from Cody's lab. There is a bucket filled with charcoal, and the water is basically sprayed onto the charcoal, and then it will trickle down through the thing. Actually, I originally bought some charcoal for this experiment, which is this one. You see how much I thought I would need, but actually no. But then I was burning some brush, and it was wet. It didn't want to burn very well, but it produced quite nice thin pieces like this. This is charcoalized very well, or pyrolized, I guess I should say. Well, I had to handpick this, so there are some things this is not burned completely, but it doesn't really matter. The idea behind charcoal is just surface area and spongy nature of the thing, which retains moisture. If you look at the charcoal here, you can see some parts that are really white, these are completely black, these are quite white, and this is where the water is spraying, and I'm not sure if this is from bacteria. I mean, maybe not, but there's a lot of this white stuff here. If this is bacteria, let's imagine that this is buried underground and covered. We go on the vacation for 2 weeks or something like that, the electricity goes out and suddenly no water is flowing, so there is very good chance that this charcoal will stay wet and the bacteria will survive, and you will not lose any efficiency of the process. Because okay, let's start from the beginning. I bought this barrel and I filled this bucket with charcoal. There was originally just this one pump that was pumping, spraying with this ring. You will see it, I guess, in a moment. And so I filled this, I don't know, 40 liters or something like that. I still fill it to the same volume pretty much, but I experimented with frequency from multiple hours to basically few minutes, and right now it is set to 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off pretty much, so it's working fine. And it doesn't really matter too much the duty cycle, obviously you need to run the water through the bacteria, but also it will oxidize just from it circulating itself, so there is bacteria everywhere pretty much, not just on the charcoal, it is in the water itself. But anyway, So originally I started this, I let it run for 12 hours, I came in and well, how am I telling if this is like done? Well, I have tested it like this and it measures nitrates, but unfortunately there are no nitrates in this water or in wastewater like right here, which I'm not sure why, because I pee in it, but obviously I don't pee 100 liters per day, so that's probably why. It's in like ppb probably. But there are sulfites in the wastewater, like in the septic tank. Jesus fucking Christ, chicken. Anyway, and the sulfites, you smell it pretty bad, like bad. Like I come here and I do now and I don't smell anything, which means that this is probably done and I can shorten the duty cycle even at these temperatures, which is pretty insane. But anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, time. Yeah, so 12 hours and there was 40 liters, so I can process 80 liters per day, which is definitely not enough. So, and that is also why this is currently standing here outside of this building, because I need to kinda sorta play with it, I guess. Now, for reference, to control the duty cycle and the frequency, I used this box that I am using for smoker usually, and also leg warmer when it is not too hot and not too cold. But anyway, so I just reprogrammed the frequency from like this range to like 10 times lower than that, and this way you can control basically stuff. Yeah, I was using this, but really it's not necessary after all. So back to the frequency, I guess. As I said, originally I got like, I don't want to say clean water because you see it here, it's yellow, of course, but I've got not stinky water after like 12 hours originally. Now I get it after like 3 or something like that, which again, if I am processing 40 liters, 40 by 24 divided by 3 is like, I don't know, it's like 300 liters, pretty much. I have added also one air pump here, which is doing some aeration here, so that is also something that I did to get. Also, not sure if I mentioned that originally I basically ran this for 12 hours, disconnected this hose, which is going, oh, this hose, and put it outside to get water out. But obviously when this is going just for like 3 hours, you cannot be doing that. It's I mean, you can, and I did it for a long time, but it gets old very quickly. So obviously I've installed another pump, and another thing about these pumps. So this pump needs 6 amps at 12 volts. It is actually a strong pump, it is generating high pressure, but I have chosen this type of pump because it it is first of all serviceable by removing this cover, and second of all it is very resilient. Pretty much any pump I had tried to pump this kind of liquid failed after very quickly failed. It's cheap, it is noisy, however, which is not great, but back to the point. I'm running this out of USB power supply, so it needs less current. This is 3 amps, but still, this means that it is much slower, which means that to pump 40 liters into here, it takes about 45 minutes. This pump, this is running from like USB-C reduction, like with power delivery chip, and this is running from some random adapter, I guess. So this is running at, I have set it to, I don't know, 12 volts I think, but it is running at like 9. So whatever. This pump will pump out the thing in 10 minutes. So that is great, I guess. So that's pretty much it about the hardware, but I guess let's go into control, because obviously you can time this pump to pump 40 liters in every so often for 45 minutes, but then you can do circulations very easily. Of course, the air pump runs non-stop, but then you have to time this one to just pump the liquid out when the thing is done, basically. So that's why there is this box which is having a lot of wires out of it, and this is basically controlling everything. So this was very easy. There's basically one Arduino and few SSRs, pretty much nothing else in there, and yeah, this is controlling pretty much everything. So the sequence is that this thing starts and it is starting to pump liquid from the septic tank into here. Idea was that I can remove whatever is here manually, but we'll get back to that, I guess, later. While this is pumping, it waits for like 4 minutes to make sure that the what is it called, the filter, mechanical filter, is like filled with water, so it does not suck air. A, it is loud, and B, it's not very good for the pumps. I guess this can handle it, but I'm not sure. So after 4 minutes this pump will start to circulate the liquid. Then this runs for like 4 hours or something like that, and this pump starts pumping things out. Originally I had this based on time, but you cannot make it based on time, because either this starts filling up slowly or this starts sucking air, which again, it's not very great for these pumps. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's not great. What can you do? You can add some switches based on some flotation switches, I guess. But the thing is that I don't really like them. Like, this water is nasty, so instead I have added a water flow sensor. Come on, focus. And I have found that this reads very different values when the thing is flowing water versus like almost air and none of water. So I've just programmed a few thresholds, and this is working well. I'm not sure if I want to do that on this side or on this pump, because yeah, this water is very nasty. Like, there is literal shit in there. So yeah. And one thing that I'm not sure what to do about is the water that is going out. Like, you don't want this to be staying outside for a long time. Well, actually, I know what I want to do, and that is why I have why I'm experimenting with aeroponics. Because eventually I wanted the water to go inside. Well, actually, let me show you this horrific idea. It's not actually my idea. It is based on some forum post that I read, that there was one guy that was doing like renovation of the house, similar to me, and well, there is this bathtub, and so what do? It's like, it's a high capacity. I think this is like maybe 300 liters of water can go in there. So like you bury it in the ground and make a pond out of it. It's very not great looking pond, but it is easy way to remove scrap and make something out of it, I guess. So I am thinking about that, and maybe I will do something completely different and more complicated, but I would like to make some aeroponic garden, I guess, that can further clean this water and decompose it and use nutrients from it. One problem is that obviously the 100 liters per day that goes here is not from me pissing. So and the water that is in the well is low on magnesium, like really low on magnesium, like there is no magnesium whatsoever. And so I have to supplement magnesium for myself, obviously, but also for plants, especially if they're aeroponic systems. So, but right now what I do basically is I will get this thing and like, hey, there are some strawberries, so I will just empty it here and do stuff like that, I guess. And this is pretty close to the well, so that is quite bold, but I am trusting the system, even though I should have mentioned that I did not do any real testing again, which I may or may not do. We'll see. Here I've done a little bit of experiment. Fucking hell, chicken. This is insane. Don't fucking drink this. This is not good for you. These chickens are so stupid. I don't understand how they are alive. But I was actually shocked when I saw the chicken. Like it was very early in the morning. It like woke up from sleep and it stretched its legs like a cat or a human would. Like it really did this. I was really shocked when I saw that. Anyway, so here I wanted to just show that I was doing experiment, because here was shitload of nettles growing in there, and I planted this raspberry plant here, and I was like, you know what? I would like to establish different kind of weed here as stinging nettles, so I planted shitload of flax here, which is like what the fuck plant, but it's actually, I think it's quite nice. They are drinking my gamer bath water. Absolutely retarded. Anyway, here they have a bunch of water, but they are drinking shit. Anyway, I am way too off topic, and I was thinking about posting some rant video because I've done a bunch of stupid shit here, and so yeah, I guess maybe we'll see. See ya then.